All right, now out edge stuff. Okay. Running the heel lines. We'll see this guy, okay? Boom, we're attacking this double team. He extends. Now we're gonna run through, that's the ball carrier, and make this play. That's when the action's coming to me. You see that we talk about the running back. He's setting the edge. He's got an inside gap responsibility in our defense, right? So he's able to shed this blocker, run the heel lines front side with this play coming to him. Versus, so what we kind of showed, this is what I showed here in the opening spot, okay? This tackle's blocking out, okay? Same side. Running back starts on this side. Like I said, he's coming back, so this is an edge as well. We have to have edge presence right here to be able to shed the block and fold back into the pursuit scheme right here. And you see him, he's got a big inside leg, inside hand right here. It's from his takeoff position. Okay, so we'll get some clips here of this stuff. Okay, so right here, he's going to be running the heel lines. You see him shed the blocker, and we're right in right there. So again, he's doing a good job. We're taking steps up the field. Taking these steps up the field, I like to see him a little more powerful, but I'm not going to complain about a tackle right here at the line of scrimmage. Okay, it's a good job. Got to split that, play with our hands, rip up through a little bit, go and make those plays. Okay, over here, this is our guy. He's setting the edge. It's the same side deal. Okay, he's got to set this edge right here. Works his inside hand, and then I'd like to see him activate the outside arm to try to collapse and fold back in for pursuit into the run right here. Let's work our outside hand, but good job folding back in late into this deal. Okay, so we'll have to set the edge backside as well sometimes, and again, that's going to come out of when we get these teams that have 12 personnel right here. Here we go. We got a little look of it inside right here. This is shuffling now. Outside gap. Okay, we just looked at if this was a same side deal. If he's going to set the edge, now we're shuffling on run. Now we're shuffling on run right here. We want to see him pin that hip, and again, don't want to get the outside arm involved. We don't want to get this outside arm involved because we need to be able to change directions. There's some good quarterbacks in our conference that can run. We need to be able to push them to the sideline and let our help go help us make that play. We're not always going to be, at our level, we're not always going to have the fastest guys playing up front for us. So we've got to make sure that they understand how to play with leverage. You've got to change directions. Fortunately, he didn't have to do much changing directions right there. We don't need to watch the end of that play, okay? But we're looking at shuffling on the hip right here, okay? Shuffling on the hip. Okay, that's a lot of zone stuff. Whole lot of zone stuff, right? Zone read, inside zone, a little bit, obviously some outside zone concepts. Now we get pullers. We're going to see pullers. We're going to see power plays. We're going to see pin pull. We're going to see that stuff as well. Talk to our interior guys about fighting over the top. We're in a collision centers, try to fight over the top with our hands. If we're playing that 3 technique spot, we're going to try to get in the hip pocket, okay? Down blocks, killer for down blocks has got to be penetration. So if our DNs, we tell them, right, we'll put them in a 5 technique when there's a tight end out there. We have to know there's a big high potential for a down block from that tight end, right? Talking about moving gaps. Our gaps are always going to move. Once they move an offensive lineman from one side of the formation to another, they just added another gap, right? So we've got to get those kids to understand that your gap is always going to be moving right here. So we'll look inside. This is fighting over the top. This is where at this 2-eye position right here, his guy's going to pull. His guy's going to pull around. Okay, good steps. He collisions the center right here, plays with a good base, and he walks his hands. So what we're talking about, he's going to walk his hands right over the top, walk his hands over the top right here, and try to fold back in to this pursuit alley. Okay, you got to fight your way through all that traffic, but he does a good job fighting over the top right here. Shutting the center down. He's allowing the linebacker to see his puller a little bit quicker and fit and spill front side. Okay, now we got get into the hip pocket. This is again from that 2-eye position. He's just a little bit slower, or actually this guard's a lot faster off the ball right here. Oops, my fault. Okay, he's faster off the ball right here than the previous guy, so he's got to get into the hip pocket now. He's going to hip pocket this puller, go right into that gap. He's going to shoot this gap right here. Boom, boom. Okay, obviously we got to play at the heel lines and go make that play right there. Okay, so that's a look at how that guy's gone quickly. He's gone now. I'm getting right into that hip pocket of that puller and going to make a big old play right there. So I don't know why the center's doing what he's doing, but that's not my job. What do we got here? All right, so we've got on the edge now. On the edge now, we've got a little bit of some down block pullers right here, and this is actually better from the other view. But we're getting some down blocks, and this tackle is now coming to the outside. We've got to change directions right here, and I think this is better from this view. So we're looking at this guy right here. Okay, he's going to stretch this front out. He's going to DN. He's going to redirect with pullers right here. So I'll fire off the ball. Oh, my guy's gone. Okay, I've done a good job. I get hands on him. I'm fighting over the top of this puller, and I'm elongating. We talk about elongating the front on the edge. Okay, so you're doing a good job. The big thing that's going to save your guys is playing with hands, right? We have to have active hands here. If we don't have good hands inside, we're going to allow the guys to get into our chest, and that's never good for, in this kid's case, a 200-pound defensive end, right? That's not beneficial for him. So that's a good job playing with speed. Yep, thank you. Good job playing with speed. And that's it. 5 minutes. Boom. Crushed it. All right. I know that was real quick. A lot of stuff in there. If you have any questions, please feel free. I got my card here. I don't have a contact info slide, but I got my card if you want to ask me any questions about this. Like I said, I don't own any of this information. This is stuff that I've taken from talks like this, going to different places, just listening on podcasts, on Twitter, and places like that, just to get things and try to incorporate, because it's all about getting our kids to understand what you want them to accomplish at the end of the day. All right, so thank you for having me here, and enjoy the rest of your day.